What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Pastor Wes. I'm here with another 5-minute Bible study. I'm going to start by sharing a scripture from Colossians chapter 3, starting in verse 12 through 14. I actually used this scripture in our prayer call from earlier today, and I thought I would share with everybody a little bit about this text. So the word in Colossians 3, starting in verse 12, is, "Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Bear with each other and forgive one another if any of you has a grievance against someone. Forgive as the Lord forgave you. And over all these virtues, put on love, which binds them all together in perfect unity." When I think about this text, one of the things that comes to mind is that we are living in times where we need more Christians to take seriously this invitation from the Apostle Paul to put on, to clothe ourselves with these virtues. When I see the violence that is going on between federal agents in ICE and Customs and Border Control, when I see the ways in which people interact on social media, there are people that argue back and forth because of what side of the political aisle they are on. And then I see that even among Christians, we have this inability to clothe ourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. It's almost as if all faculties of those virtues just leave our minds when we begin to engage in political banter, when we begin to see that other human beings are being treated and mistreated at the hands of government authority. And it's interesting that Paul would use the terminology of clothing ourselves. I was sharing with the people on the prayer call that clothing can tell a story about us when we wear it. The colors that we choose, the patterns that we have on the clothes, the fabric, all of it has a purpose. All of it communicates something about you. When I wear socks, I wear colorful socks because it portrays a personality about myself. When I wear certain clothes, whether it is to wear traditional African attire because my family is Nigerian, it's because I'm communicating that lineage and that culture. I'm communicating who I am at my core when I wear those types of clothing. When I wear a suit, I'm communicating with other people that I'm here for business. I'm here for a professional type of meeting or setting. When I'm wearing something else, it communicates something different. The way we clothe ourselves tells something to the people that see it. It is a visual confirmation. It's a visual language that communicates who we are, our identity, our history. It can even communicate our state of mind. Because when we see somebody who is disheveled, we often will wonder what's going on in their life. So the clothing that we wear physically communicates something about us. How much more so does our spiritual clothing communicate to other people who we are? When we don't clothe ourselves in compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience, can we truly tell other people with a straight face that we are Christian when the clothing that we are wearing does not exhibit or communicate that? How can you say I'm a Christian and you don't show compassion and kindness even if it's toward the foreigner who is here illegally? How can you say that you are a Christian when you're not clothing yourselves with gentleness and patience? It is incongruent with who you are. And the reality about our physical clothing is that it is not the clothing that makes the man, it's the man that makes the clothing. And, just the same way a king will wear a royal robe, it communicates that they are a king. They are wearing it because of who they are. They're already a king. They're just wearing the robe to confirm that and communicate it to you. So I invite people to ask themselves seriously the question, what does my spiritual outfit look like? Is that outfit communicating to the world what your walk with Christ is supposed to be, or is it communicating something else? And if it is not communicating, that I am clothing myself in kindness, compassion, gentleness, and patience. And then over and above that, if I'm not binding all of those virtues together with love, I gotta tell you, you're not communicating Christ. I'm sorry, you're just not. I don't care what any of the individuals that are on podcasts are telling you. If you're not clothing yourself in love and empathy and compassion and gentleness and patience, you are not communicating Christ. I don't care who's saying it. And I'm not going to name names, but you know who I'm talking about. If they're telling you that empathy is not congruent with the gospel, then they have no idea what Bible they're reading. They are definitely not communicating Christ. That's all I can say. So, what spiritual outfit are you wearing, and what is it communicating to the world? That's the question you've got to ask yourself. You guys take care.